Welcome again, Scorpio. It's Dodici here, fellow Scorpio, with your very brief but hopefully pertinent monthly forecast for February 2023. Here it is. And straight off, I want you to focus on this lower part of your horoscope where we see it's usually an ominous sign, Sun and Saturn, very serious, more responsibility, and certainly a focus on things like real estate, family affairs, mother, and peace of mind. So there's a focus on these sorts of things. And I'm going to tell you it's important because if you look at the moon here, on the 6th, moon traverses into your 10th house, and there's a full moon, which is going to cast a light both on your domestic sphere, but the full moon is there taking place in the 10th house of your horoscope, which has to do with your career. So it may be a bit of a tug of war there, and it definitely has to do with work because of the fact that the sun rules this upper part of the horoscope, sign of Leo. And so being involved in the moon being full, it shows your domestic activities and your professional activities are in the balance there. Possibly working from home, possibly taking work home, possibly making real estate your work. Selling property is also on the cards for some of you born under the sign of Scorpio. On the 11th, we have the Mercury-Pluto combination here in the 3rd house. Be very wary of your contracts. Be careful that you are absolutely focused on the fine print. Communications are governed by this 3rd house along with contracts, short journeys, but it's quite likely, at least up until the 11th, your communications could be quite deep, philosophical, and transformative. You want to learn new things now, and you're researching some very interesting topics, and that's more than likely not so much to earn money as to gain a deeper insight into yourself, to find peace of mind. That's that 4th house again coming into play. Notice Mercury, after doing its transformative dance with Pluto, moves into that 4th house to give you the needed understanding that's required for finding happiness within yourself rather than outside yourself. Now, having said that, you'll notice here on the 15th, this 5th house, and then again you see Sun moving there on the 19th, 5th house of love affairs, romance. Some of you may be entering into a new cycle of love and romance. Venus and Neptune make for a very idealistic combination up until the 20th, when Venus moves out of this area. We do see the new moon there also hinting at that. New moon on the 20th, really bringing out the full flavour of romance and those amorous pursuits. Mind you, the 5th house is also creative to its core. That's where you find yourself in the zone, doing activities, hobbies, creative pursuits that bring you into that state of self-centeredness, focus, and contentment. You notice that the Venus-Jupiter combo in the 6th house of work and health is pretty good there. It brings a lot more satisfaction in terms of your working life. In some systems of astrology, the benefic planets, and Venus and Jupiter are both benefic, can bring to the fore some inimical aspects of your work. In other words, there could be some enemies lurking in the shadows. You should be a little bit more careful about the way you interact with others at this time, and don't take people at their word. You may need to do a little bit more deeper scrutinizing to get to the truth of things. this month. The month finishes with this very strong Mercury, Saturn focus on this fourth house again. So your domestic sphere, your family life, real estate, property and peace of mind seem to be an important focus, with that new moon on the 20th activating your romance and your creative instincts. Do take a look at what we've got over there at astrology.com.au for you on this month. There's more, and there's also the daily, weekly and yearly readings in which you can contextualize this particular month and see exactly where you're headed. You want to know whether the trajectory is correct or not, and then you can calibrate that a little bit. If you need help with that, I'm here to do your 2023 personal reading. Drop me a note and we can make that happen. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to look after yourself, and I'll see you here next month. Bye bye now.